Morning all. Bit of an announcement today. Fiji will not be endorsing the PACER Plus text at the Forum Leaders meeting that's being held in Pohnpei, in the Federated States of Micronesia. I think it commences today. We will be withdrawing from PACER Plus as we have issues regarding the flexibility shown by Australia and New Zealand on some of our key concerns. And this call comes following our Forum Trade Ministers meeting, where Fiji's key concerns were not fully addressed. We also call upon at this time other Forum Island country leaders to support the Forum Island countries' lead spokesperson, Honorable Milna Ozaka of the Solomon Islands, wherein a letter was written by him to reopen the trade in goods chapter. Fijian and the Pacific Island countries on their part have demonstrated substantial flexibility in the negotiations of PACER Plus, an agreement that was labeled by the Australian and New Zealand leaders to be a development-oriented agreement and not a traditional free trade agreement. In fact, Australia and New Zealand have backtracked on their initial commitment of a development-oriented PACER Plus. The two key aspects of this, that is the labour mobility and development cooperation, are both legally non-binding, which essentially means that Australia and New Zealand can withdraw these arrangements at any time. And as intimated through the letter by the lead spokesperson of the Forum Island countries, the industry development article in the trade in goods chapter needs to be an operative provision that can be used for future proofing our new and emerging industries. Fijian government obviously has a vision to grow the Fijian economy from within, and we are doing this by providing support to our micro and small and medium enterprises, and these are industries that will one day excel, and therefore we should be able to promote the development of these industries to be internationally competitive. Hence, we need the relevant policy space to be able to provide these industries some leverage to reach their new competitive state. For example, the Fijian government has taken growth of the agriculture sector to provide sustainable livelihoods, food security, and the commercial link to tourism value chains very seriously. And there is significant potential for growth in agricultural commodities such as seafood and fresh fruits and vegetables, rice, potatoes, poultry, and dairy. And similarly, with our manufacturing sector, Fiji's developing competence in the building and construction industry also as a supplier of building materials in the region. And we are also developing Fiji as an ICT hub and as a location for business process outsourcing and back office and customer service operations. And these industries need room to grow. And therefore, the infant industry development clause is crucial for us. This has been one of the Fiji's red line issues, together with the most favored nation clause, which currently aims to limit our aspirations to strengthen South-South trading relations. And by including what is termed as an MFN clause in the agreement, Australia and New Zealand are forcing Fiji and the rest of the Forum Island countries to provide the same preferences that may in future be negotiated with any other country, including developing countries. And that should be offered to them. It should be noted that Australia and New Zealand do not have MFN clauses in majority of their concluded trade agreements with larger countries than those in the Pacific. And we cannot, as a nation, constrain our trade policy space in this regard, given the close relationship that we have with countries such as Indonesia and Malaysia. And in the areas of micro and small, medium enterprise development, for example, it is only natural that Fiji may, in future, enter into a trade agreement with these countries with better preferences being offered to Fiji. Therefore, we need the flexibility to be able to give them something better. However, the current MFN clause in PACER Plus is limiting this form of cooperation. Simply said, an operative industry development provision that can be used for the lifetime of the agreement, and an MFN treatment clause limited only to developed countries needs to be entrenched in the legal text in order for Fiji to consider its participation in PACER Plus. PACER Plus in its current form offers limited gains to the Pacific parties and will open up our markets to Australia and New Zealand products at preferential rates. Under Spartaca, Fiji and the Pacific already have 100% access to the Australian and New Zealand markets, therefore they are not giving us anything new in PACER Plus. We look forward also to the other Forum Island leaders to support Fiji's stance, only to ensure that we have a truly development-friendly PACER Plus that will stand the test of time and will successfully integrate the Pacific into the global trading sphere. Thank you very much for your time.